Lunch of Champions right here. Now, I'm quitting. Detox myself slowly. I love the thing. I think it's about time to stop, though. Joe Biden, yesterday, day before yesterday, did his little speech. I've just had enough. We don't, I don't know where the ideal comes from these people. Yeah. Their rights are being violated, the trans rights, and all this other fucking shit, right? You don't have the right to groom fucking kids to be like you. You don't have that right. No more than, I don't even groom my kids. So, my boys like females because they're little boys. I didn't have to groom them to like girls or think girls were attractive. I didn't have to groom them for that. It happened naturally. You fuckers are trying to do some really unnatural shit that's more than disgusting. But as a whole, other adults like me, I don't care what you do. I don't care. Cut your dick off, put a dick on, drill a hole in your pelvis, shove a donkey dick in that open, gaping, pussing, oozing wound for the rest of your life. I do not give a fuck. But also, be honest with who you are. If you were born that way, if you really believe that shit, then there should be no problems with you making it well aware to any dudes that because there's some of those bitches, or dudes, whatever you want to call them, that look like females. Like they've had all the work done and they legit look like females. Don't be upset. People are not out to just like hurt these people. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. But when you as a dude pretend to be a female and then you go do some shit like give a dude a blowjob or some shit like that, and he fucking murks your ass when he finds out your name's Joey, but it's Joey dude, not Joey female, and he finds that shit out and he beats the fuck out of you, or if you're lucky beats the fuck out of you or kills you, that person did that shit. Because if there was honesty in what you were doing, that wouldn't have happened to begin with. But it's out of control. The President of the United States, I know. Go listen to that speech and listen to the bullshit. He says that they're molding. I forget how he worded it exactly. But like, come on, man. Like the rest of the world is laughing at us. You want to piss some Muslims off? Keep up with this shit. They see this shit over there and like, yeah, they're in their heads. You are the great infidel that they are after. Like 100%. Like it blows my mind the direction that this continues to go, and nobody's speaking out about it for real. Those who do are shut down. Nobody's stopping it. This group over here really believes that everybody else gives a fuck about them. No, I don't care what you do. Do what you do. I don't care. But when you're trying to groom kids or shake your dick in front of kids or your ass in front of kids or your tits in front, I have that problem if straight people would do that. If a man who liked women, if a man who was born a man and still is a man, they're always a man, but identifies as a man and shakes his dick at little kids, I have a problem with that. If a female with large tits puts them in a little kid's face, I have a fucking problem with that. It's not that I have a problem with you doing it, I have a problem with it across the board. And that's how most people feel. But we can't combine those two topics. Because it's actually one topic. We have to, like, it blows my mind. It's It won't end. It won't end. And at this point, it's not going to end well. It won't end. At this point, if it was to end, it wouldn't end well. But like these, you have this fucking idiot allegedly that went this, and I'm not sure I buy it. This Nashville thing, and the idea was that these good police officers wouldn't lie to us. Government wouldn't lie to us. You are a fucking idiot. An idiot. People are celebrating. Let's just say, for the sake of the video, let's just say that everything that they tell us happened. Making this fucking bitch into a martyr. Well, I don't know if I said that correctly, but I think you know what I mean. It just, where does it end? Yeah, but I'm personally like, what about my rights to think how I want to think or say what I want to say? And parents aren't doing nothing about that shit. You pay for that shit. So what you do is you walk your happy ass in there and you let them know how you feel. And if that doesn't work, because I'm sure most people don't swing that way. Most people just don't care. Most people generally just don't want no issues. But we've been bred to not want issues. There's a time to want issues, and there's a time to not want issues. Not wanting issues is like, leave me the fuck alone, that's going to live my life. Needing to have issues is like, you're teaching my kids some shit that I wouldn't even teach my kids, therefore I'm not going to let that happen. You need to stop what you're doing. I just thought, and like I said, where does it end? It will end with, mark my words. Mark my words. There's going to be a class, probably in elementary school at some point, where it's going to be like trans studies or like some kind of trans ethics class to teach your children how to be nice to trans people and how to accept them, and how if you're born a male, it's okay to date or sleep with or marry a trans female because they're female. They've transformed. Like it's fucking. It's like it is. It's like Transformers. That's why they call them trans. It's like, oh my god. But the fact that the White House, like, who is pulling these fucker strings and how much or what are they getting out of it? Like legit, Joe Biden, somebody must have enough dirt on that dude, like there's not enough already, that he genuinely fears for his life and the life of everybody in his family. Somebody must have been like, held something in front of him that he did and been like, hey, fuck around, we're gonna wipe your bloodline out. Because, I mean, I get he's senile and shit. I get it, but you don't go from being an open racist, and that's what the dude was for 40 years. He was openly hated black people. I mean, he said shit on the Senate floor. To going the other way, and everything he says is a lie. Well, when I was a boy about 6 years old, me and my daddy were driving around, and I seen two males kiss. And I asked Dad, I said, Dad, why are those two males kissing? And he said, son, they're in love. They're in love. And ever since then, I understood it. Yeah, that's why you were fucking doing all the shit you were doing in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you fuck. And I don't know if people are just legit stupid. I mean, I guess they are, but you can't ignore it when you see it. But how did they avoid seeing it? I guess I know how they avoid seeing it, because YouTube throws in my face what I tend to lean toward. So it pushes me further in that direction. So if like say I started a new YouTube account and I started looking up trans shit, gay rights shit, gay shit, that's all I did, YouTube would pick up on that and it would further drive me in that direction, and it would throw in more branches of shit in that direction. Don't think you're not being manipulated, man, because you 100% are. Whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, I don't care what it is. I know people say Rumble's free speech. I don't care what platform it is. The algorithm is manipulating the way you think by what it puts in front of you. If it didn't, it would not suggest shit for you. The fact that there are suggestions suggests that it's manipulating the way you think. It's just unreal, man. It's about control. That's it. That's all this shit is about, is control. And in the end, it's going to be hate whitey. They're like this close in California to a reparations bill. They've been studying this shit. They put together a group, taxpayer money funded, of course, to study reparations. $800 billion is what they're saying it's going to cost. And of course, there's always black people in city hall and city council meetings talking all this shit. What about my reparations? So how about this? How about when you get your reparations, how about you just cut that motherfucking check right to me, since my family were enslaved in Africa in the barbarian slave trade. So don't you owe me reparations there? Like, it's a stupid ideal. Every single ethnicity, every single race, every single culture of people at some point in history has been enslaved, and somebody else has benefited from that. Like, I have a... I'll call you back, Bob. People have to know that. I generally think it has to really just be about wanting an easy ride. Because people are going to get pissed about this shit. If I lived in California, I'm not going to tell you what the fuck I would do. I would lose my shit. Like, I would absolutely lose my shit. If you created another class of people, like we don't already have enough classes, but you created another class of people who overnight, they're not only millionaires overnight, they get $97,000 a year salary for what? They call it a salary. I guess they compare it to like government salary. You don't really do shit, but you get some money. $97,000 a year, and the families can buy homes for $1. From who? So what does that mean? Do you think they're going to be building more homes in San Francisco? Is that what you think? Oh, no. That's not what's going to happen. They haven't said this part yet, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. As a white family, when you go to sell your home, the state's going to force you to sign that home over to them. Or they're going to take it through asset forfeiture. Or they're going to take it through, what's it called? Well, government distills your shit because it's supposed to be something good for the public and some bullshit. I can't think of the word right now. I'm total brain fart. I'm airman right now over this shit. But like, where does it end? There's so much shit coming from all directions. I think that has a lot to do with it, though. But why did we let it get this far? Like, when the first thing happened, we say, well, hold up a second. We're not going to allow this shit to happen. And when the second thing came along, that really should open people's eyes. We're like, well, nope, we're going to put a stop to this shit right fucking now. We're still dealing with that other shit. But nope, we're just going to keep waking up at 7, 5, whatever time, going to work on our slave job so we can give 30% of it to, for 2 years. So we're told this is a totally different video, but it'll kind of tie into this in a way, just because how fucked up shit is. Truckers. I talked with somebody the other day. They were stuck in Salt Lake City, I think it was. They own their truck. They own their trailer. They took a 42,000-pound load. I think he said $1.77 a mile. These were the guys that 2 years ago our country couldn't live without. They were the heroes of the land. And now they're being treated like shit because the government that regulates fucking everything won't put regulations on brokers. Right now, all those truckers that were out doing the shit you didn't want to do during COVID because you're a scared bitch who wanted to put on a mask and buckle down in your home, and those dudes right now, a bunch of them are going under because they bought new trucks, they bought more equipment, and all this shit that they did. And now, government, good old government, screwed the pooch, and now they're being fucked. I seen where another trucker, who was it, man? Was it somebody I know? The load paid 40 grams, oversized load. I forget where it was going to or coming from. The broker offered the driver, it was like $8,000 is what the broker was paying the driver to haul this oversized load, however, wherever it was going. The broker fucked up and sent him the entire pay from the customer to the trucker. You know how much the difference in it? The trucker got 40 grand. The customer paid 40 grand to have that shit moved, and the broker paid 8. Well, was going to pay 8. I don't know whatever happened with that. But I mean, like, it all ties in together, and I know there's a big lead between shaking your asses and fake titties at kids and calling it family play hour or whatever the hell you call it, and truckers and how they're getting fucked. But it's all tied together, man. Like, the ship is sinking. And I mean, and like, we got to start bucking in some water or we're going down with it. Now we got this whole currency ordeal going on, where the presidents of other countries are telling their people, "Hey, you hold on to dollars. You might want to let go of some of that shit." Because what happens is when currencies change, normally, this is a blanket statement, you lose half the value. So if I have a $100 bill in my pocket and they go digital today, my $100 bill is I'm only going to get $50 in digital for it. They tried it with gold. Look what happened with gold. Same shit happened. And then the next day, it what? But anyway, I don't care what you do. I genuinely do not care what you do. I don't care. I mean, if you want to suck dick and you're a dude, suck all the dick that, that dick will let you suck. But that doesn't mean I have to like it or like you. Like, and I had no problem. I've had plenty of gay friends. Gay as fuck. They knew there was a line, though. You crossed the line, and I'm going to beat you to death. Period. And it's not because you're fucking gay. It's because you disrespected me. And that's where I think the disconnect is. We don't care what you're doing. It's about the disrespect at us. It's about you doing shit that to us or that somehow affects us in a way that we don't like, or our kids or whatever. Just keep it the fuck away. Everybody would be happy. See, this is what happens when inclusion is shoved down your throat, when diversity is shoved down your throat. Do you know why? Fucking stupid fucking people. All right, dumb bitch, you're right in the middle of the road. I mean, you're literally in the middle of the road. I mean, there's 5 feet over there, you dumb fucking bitch. God, people kill me. Yeah, I talk to people like this all the time. I mean, if you're a dumbass, sometimes people just got to tell you you're a dumbass. Anyway, it's frustrating that it's looked at as something other than what it is. Like I said, it's a disrespect thing. It's a you violating my rights as a parent thing. It's you forcing shit on people who don't want it forced on them, and children can't decide when it's forced on them. But if we let this shit continue to go, it won't be long before. I know it sounds crazy. I know, just like when I was telling that Stay Ohio Patrol the other day, that when they, I said, one of the things I said to him was that they made a law that it was illegal to have kids when you start killing baby boys. Well, that's never going to happen. I said, that sounds real good, Dick. If I'd have told you 4 yeers ago that people would be running around wearing masks, we'd be calling that policy. What would you have said about that shit? Like people can't see that far ahead. You know what I mean? They're so stuck in the now and the seeing the box and with the blinders on. They can only see what the blinders allow them to see. This is it. Not even that. I mean, I would say this. That's all they see, right? That's it. Look how much space opens up when I take that shit away. This is where they want you at. Because if you're like this, you can be controlled. But when you're like this, back up. When you're like this, your mind can be controlled. Therefore, you can be controlled. I don't know. I mean, like, at this point, I'm just lifting my breath, and I know that. And it really sucks. You know what bothers me more than any of it is that I'm alive right now, and I'm letting it happen. And it like, truly bothers me. Like, to the point where I just look at my kids, I'm like, fuck. Like, we should always, as adults, as men, should look our kids in the eye every day and say, we fucking hate you. We really should. And if you don't agree with that shit, then it's probably about time that you do something. If you think I'm full of shit for saying that, well, no, I love my child. Really? Why? Because you feed them? Because you give them a home? Because you tell them you love them? You're not fucking proving you love them. Look what's going on in the world around them, and you're letting it happen. Well, no, I'm not freedom. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, there's a lot you can do about it. You choose not to, though, because it would mean sacrifice. And anytime that we come up with a solution for all of our problems, if you've noticed, go read some comment sections, the solution will never involve sacrifice for the person giving the solution. Never. It's always, politicians should be charged. Okay. Politicians should be jailed when they violate the Constitution. Okay, call your local thug and see if they'll go arrest them. They could. They don't, though. And they won't. But it never involves, it's always some bullshit. It's never, hey man, I might have to take one for the team, but fuck it. We're going to do it. And I'm that way too. I'm the same way. That's why I'm still here. But my thing is that, I think I've said it before. It's genuinely, but it's still an excuse. I'm making an excuse. I'm justifying in my own mind the same shit I'm telling you not to fucking do. By saying, well, I can do it. But if I do, it's just going to be me. And then I'm going to be looked at as some criminal who should have just complied, or who should have done this, or who was just fucking crazy or something. And then nobody else is going to follow suit. At some point, though, like, people have to come together and, rage against the machine. And that's what they do. They've seen a way in. They've seen, like, hey, we can go this route, and nobody's going to stand up against us. Nobody's going to say nothing, because if they do, we'll call them racists, we'll call them bigots, we'll call them homophobes, we'll call them transphobes, and they'll shut them down. They'll shut up. We'll take another step forward, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. And that's what we need to do. But most people won't do that. Why? Because they just want to be left alone. Like, people who want to force their, I don't, here's my thing. I don't want to force my beliefs on anybody. But my belief is that I just want to be left alone. Matter of fact, I don't just want it. I'm at the point of demanding it at any cost. It's not like people don't know what's going on. The whole world knows what's going on. Field trip, Jay. The whole world knows what's going on. You can talk to anybody. I talk to different people every day. Like, when I go do these jobs, it always comes up. Something always comes up about what's going on.